Do you know what state Utah is in?
Utah?
Yeah.
No.
What state does it sound like it would be in if you had to guess?
Hawaii?
Yes. What's 3 times 3 plus 1?
7. Wait! Yeah, 7.
Yes. How many states make up the United States? Guess a number if you don't know. 5. Yes. You fought in the Mexican-American War?
Yeah. Who? No.
Give me your best guess. Who gets it?
Okay, wait, what was that, Mexican War?
Mexican-American War.
Who?
Well, give me your 2 best guesses.
You're just gonna make me look so stupid.
Guess.
Okay, nothing happened.
What in the world is happening with our public educational system? Well, let's talk about it. Wow, I have to admit that whenever I watch these types of videos online, it never ceases to amaze me that the majority of these young people who reveal such a lack of basic educational knowledge are actually high school graduates, and in many cases, college students. And what concerns me the most about that is that despite the fact that most people are aware of this, very little is being done to correct it, which of course should cause any rational person who cares about our children to question why. After all, how can we expect our children to thrive in their adult lives if they do not possess the intellectual ability to meet the basic, reasonable qualifications needed to succeed in adult life? Reasonable qualifications, such as having the ability to read and do basic math. Let's review the statistics to make my point. Here are the results listed by the NAGB, the official website of the National Assessment Governing Board, which sets policy for the nation's report card, the NAEP, the U.S.'s primary measure of student achievement. Now, the NAEP, the National Assessment Governing Board, is an independent, nonpartisan body established by Congress in 1988 to oversee the National Assessment of Educational Progress, the NAEP, commonly known as the nation's report card. The NAEP provides a standardized measure of what U.S. students know and can do in subjects such as math, reading, science, U.S. history, and civics, offering a benchmark for educational performance across states and districts. In the category of reading, the most recent results are from 2024, as the results for 2025 have not yet been released as of the time I am working on this video. Here is what they say concerning the proficiency rates nationwide in reading. Fewer than 1/3 of students nationwide are at or above the NAEP proficient level in reading at either grade. To realize that only less than 33% of our nation's children are being taught well enough through our public educational system to be able to read at just a proficient level should alarm all parents. Think about it. This is saying that 2 out of every 3 students in the public school system cannot read at a basic proficient level. Let's check out the assessment of 12th grade students in math. As you can see in the chart, in 2024, the percentage of students who are below the NAEP basic level is the highest since 2005 at 45%. That is almost half of all 12th grade students having below the most basic of math skills. In the middle column, you can see that again, only 1 out of 3 high school seniors are listed as having reached the NAPE basic level, and sadly, only 22% of students are listed as proficient in math. This means that only 22 out of every 100 graduates of high school can function effectively with math skills. This clearly identifies that it is obvious the current educational system is failing our children and something needs to be done about it. Yet despite this obvious need to correct the lack of effectiveness in our public school system, our government cannot seem to pass legislation to resolve this issue. And that is because the education of our children has become more about politics than it is about the welfare of our children. You see, Democrats want to prioritize the teaching of liberal ideologies and social justice agendas in all grade levels of the public school system, while Republicans want the teaching in our schools to be focused solely upon actual educational standards, and that alone. So, as unbelievable as it may seem, our government cannot seem to come to a bipartisan agreement as to which is best for our children. Yet that actually should not surprise us because every year our government spends millions upon millions of taxpayer dollars on committee meetings where even criminal acts are exposed, yet nothing ever comes from them. Still, this issue of public education is a much simpler issue and therefore should not be difficult to resolve. After all, in the application of basic common sense, the answer is in the title. It is the public education system. Hence, it seems simple enough that for the benefit of our children, our school's sole focus should be on meeting the standards of actual education, not propaganda or ideologically based social justice agendas. So, why is it that the Democratic Party fights so adamantly against focusing solely upon educational standards? Well, the common belief, which I happen to share, is that it is because liberals want people to be uneducated, and that because as a party they rely upon the understanding that uneducated people are easy to control. They know that uneducated people are easy to manipulate and are extremely prone to react over emotionally to what feels right rather than what is proven to be right. This strategy is their only play because they know that their policies are not geared to strengthening those principles that have made our country so great. On the contrary, they have sold out on the proven success of our country's values in being a democratic republic and have embraced the historically proven failure of a socialist society. Hence, without sound policy to ensure the people's votes, all they are left with is the attempt to promote emotional outrage against their opponents. Being smart enough to see this is what they fear most of all. You see, the result of propaganda and ideologically based social justice education has what I believe to be three distinct functions. First is what I have already mentioned earlier in its goal of creating a generation of uneducated persons specifically for the purpose of easy manipulation and control.
So what makes Trump a fascist? What makes Trump a fascist?
This things without
You gotta talk loud. I don't have my mic on.
I'm not really good into this.
Second is the intended creation of an over-emotionally reactive generation. A generation of people who lack the ability to approach issues with a matured balance of thought and conduct.
Trump's actually gonna win this thing. I'm so pissed off. Bigotry and hatred. I might wake up a mother. We're scared for our lives. We're scared for our friends.
I hate this dumb who can't shut his little pie hole at all.
Who the f is voting for him? You. How fucking dare you?
We are.
I chose family. I chose women. I chose marriage. I'm done with you.
This will be great. It'll be like a really bad dream, and none of this will ever happen.
You see, they know that over-emotional people will be quick to react on their feelings, not on fact. This is when they can dictate the implied need of extreme reactions from these people by simply, yet subtly, implanting suggestions of great injustices occurring. Injustices which are described as those that will absolutely destroy our way of life if people do not intervene. They purposely create this quote-unquote, look at me, I'm a hero for fighting back self-perception in these people, which of course they know continually motivates them because it gives them a sense of personal significance and value, something which they apparently lack. That is why, as we've all seen over the past few years, such actions are rarely conducted with maturity and intellectual reasoning. What they are consistently demonstrated to be are extremely emotional actions that are violent, full of hateful speech, and oftentimes illegal. The third and final function is what I believe to be the most diabolical. It is the end goal of the propaganda/ideologically based social justice educational system. It is the purposeful attempt to attain, through the prior creation of said uneducated and overly emotional people, the ability to possess the power to dictate said people's beliefs. They want the people of this country to become so mindless, so ignorant, so emotionally immature that even when their leadership are provenly lying to them, these people will not only continue to believe whatever it is that they are told, they will defend and justify said lies. Here is an enlightening video from Brecca Stoll on X, where she is asking college students their thoughts on President Trump's 2026 State of the Union address, which wasn't scheduled to happen until the next day.
College kids are telling us Trump's State of the Union didn't go so well. The only problem? It's tomorrow. Rate Trump's State of the Union speech 1 out of 10. 1's the worst, 10's the best. Negatives. And why? I think we all know. A lot of reasons. Yeah, what about the State of the Union last night? 1 to 10.
It was like a 1 or 2 and it was all over the place.
And you give it a 1. And why do you say 1?
I don't think he's very articulate.
How did Trump do at the State of the Union?
0.
I'll be real, I didn't watch it.
Yeah, I didn't really watch it much. I watched it for a little bit, but yeah. The State of the Union last night. How was that? 1 to 10. You know, I'm sorry. I thought it was tomorrow. No, you're good. You passed the test. Good job.
When we see the absolute failure of our educational system, whereby this is what we can expect for our children, how can we as parents think that our children will possess the ability to build for themselves and their future families a secure, happy life?
Who did the colonists fight in the Revolutionary War?
In the Revolutionary War?
It was, I don't know if this is right. I'm going to sound so stupid. Was it the Spanish? Wait, what are your majors?
Business. Biology.
Okay. Elementary education. Oh. What shape is the U.S. Pentagon building?
Isn't it just a square?
How many U.S. senators are there?
6, 7.
How many amendments are in the Bill of Rights?
There's a lot. I know 17.
Who won the Civil War?
Oh shoot, it's East or West, right?
Well, it's the Civil War, so it's the civilians versus whoever was in power. How many justices are on the Supreme Court?
Justices. So like when you say that, like you mean like the FBI?
Who is on the $100 bill?
Oh, I know.
Abraham Lincoln?
No.
Abraham Lincoln.
Come on, bro.
That's the First Amendment. What's the second?
Right to vote?
Name 3 states that border Canada. We're just do 1 per person.
Asia.
I didn't know Canada had a border.
Look, as parents, I hope that we all possess an equal desire for our children to be equipped with the ability to attain the most happy and successful lives for themselves. Allowing our public school system to harm the children we love by denying them the benefits of how an actual education would assist them in reaching the life we want for them seems to be a glaring opposition to the good we hope for in our children, and something we should absolutely fight against for the sake of our children. So, what do you think about our current public education system? Do you think that a real education is a threat to truth? Do you think that statistics such as we just saw from the NAEP are a serious threat to our children's ability to succeed in their adult lives? And what about the future of our country? Is a grossly uneducated people a benefit for the continued prosperity of our nation? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Well, that's it for me today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and most importantly, share the video if you enjoy the content. I would definitely appreciate that a lot. Hey, as usual in ending, I would like to say thank you for taking the time to listen. May God bless you and yours always. Until next time.